Let's cut the nonsense. Life is full of challenges, failures, and moments of pain. And you know what's worse? You have no choice. Either face it or drown. And here's the plain truth. Challenges are not your enemies. They are your greatest opportunities. Every time you look at an obstacle and back down, you're throwing away a chance to become bigger than you are today. Every obstacle is a step toward your next victory. Memorize this. The challenges you face are not there to destroy you. They are there to shape you. They are the bricks that build your greatness. But if you run away every time something seems difficult, you're signing your sentence to mediocrity. Want to know people's greatest fear? Failing. They're so terrified of messing up that they'd rather not try. And that's why so many live small lives, without passion, without meaning. But here's the truth no one wants to face. You only truly fail when you stop trying. Failing is part of the game. The greatest names in history, the winners, the visionaries, failed more times than you've even tried. The difference? They used those failures as fuel. They understood that every mistake is a lesson, an opportunity to adjust the plan, to come back stronger. You only fail when you stop trying. So the question is, will you quit because you failed, or will you get up, dust yourself off, and attack again? The choice is yours, but remember, quitting is a weakness that only the weak choose. If you want to grow, you can't escape challenges. They are the training ground. Without them, you stay weak. Stay in the same place, stay small. But when you face challenges, something changes. You discover strength where you thought you had none. You learn what works and what doesn't. You grow. And here's the most important point. Pain is necessary. There's no growth without discomfort. If it's easy, you're not advancing. If it doesn't hurt, you're not trying hard enough. So stop complaining about challenges and start seeing them as the teachers they are. Want to be great? Then embrace the difficulty, because it's not there to stop you. It's there to prepare you. If you want to win, you need to train your mind to see challenges as allies, not enemies. You need to reprogram your thoughts to understand that every failure is one step closer to success. The growth mindset is simple. You never lose, you only learn. Every mistake, every fall, every obstacle is a chance to evolve. And as long as you're willing to continue, there's nothing that can stop you. If you want to be unstoppable, start with your mind. Challenge yourself daily. Fail often. Grow consistently. It's time to be honest with yourself. How have you been dealing with challenges? Are you running away? Avoiding them? Paralyzed by the fear of failing? Because if that's the case, you're choosing to stay small. But if you decide that from now on, you will face every obstacle as an opportunity to become better, there are no limits to what you can achieve. Every challenge you overcome will make you stronger. Every mistake you learn from will make you wiser. And every time you get back up, you'll prove to the world and to yourself that you are unbeatable. In the end, it all comes down to this. The challenges you face aren't the problem. How you face them is. If you see obstacles as barriers, they will stop you. But if you see them as steps, they will take you to the next level. Every obstacle is a step toward your next victory. Remember this every time life tries to knock you down. Use the challenges. Grow with them. Because in the end, you are not defined by the problems you face, but by the strength you show in overcoming them. Now get up, adjust your posture, and face the next challenge like the warrior you were born to be. The victory is yours, but only if you fight for it. Let's end the excuses. You won't get anywhere if you're not 100% committed to what you want. There's no half effort, almost there, or I'll try. If you want to reach the top, you need to approach this game as if your life depended on it, because it does. You don't reach the top with half the effort. This isn't a cliche, it's a brutal truth. If you're putting in 50, 70%, or even 99%, you're sabotaging yourself. Success doesn't come to those who try, it comes to those who do. To those who go all in, who don't accept excuses, who are willing to pay the full price. Do you know why most people never achieve anything significant? Because they're not truly committed. They talk about goals, dream about achievements, but in practice, they only dedicate themselves when it's convenient. And let me tell you, that kind of effort means nothing. If you only work when you feel good, when you're motivated, or when conditions are perfect, you've already lost. Total commitment means showing up every single day, no matter what happens. Are you tired? Keep going. Are you unmotivated? Keep going. Is it hard? Keep going. Because that's what winners do. They don't wait for the perfect moment. They create the perfect moment with consistent action. Success has a price, and it's non-negotiable. Want something big? Then be ready to work big. Partial dedication gives you mediocre results. The top isn't reserved for those who do the basics. It's for those who give their all. For those who live, breathe, and work for their goals as if there's no other option. Commit as if your life depended on it, because it does. And that's the truth. Every choice you make, every effort you put in, is shaping the future you'll have. If you're not willing to go all the way, you're accepting mediocrity as your destiny. And that's unacceptable. Do you think you'll achieve something without giving anything up? Forget it. There's no success without sacrifice. You'll have to say no to parties, comfort, distractions, and even to people who don't understand your vision. You'll have to give up good things now to achieve something extraordinary later. You know what most people do? They choose what's easy, what's comfortable. They don't have the courage to pay the price, and that's why they never get anywhere. But you? If you truly want something, you need to be willing to sacrifice everything that doesn't bring you closer to that goal. Partial commitment is an insult to your own potential. If you're going to commit, do it relentlessly. No pauses, no excuses, no regrets. No matter what happens, the work continues. When you commit fully, something changes within you. You stop thinking about what if and start focusing on how. You become an unstoppable force. That's the level of commitment success demands. Nothing less is acceptable. You don't reach the top with half the effort. Remember this when you feel like easing up. The top is reserved for those who refuse to rest until they get there. Commitment without consistency is like a car without fuel. It doesn't take you anywhere. What you do daily is what builds the results you want. It's no use giving 100% one day and nothing the next. You need to show up every day, rain or shine. Success is like a ladder. Each day of consistent work is a step. And while you keep climbing, others are standing still, waiting for motivation. When you work with total commitment, victory becomes inevitable. Be honest with yourself. Are you truly committed to your goals? Or are you just playing around, putting in half the effort and expecting something magical to happen? Because let me tell you, success doesn't come to those who only try. It comes to those who dedicate themselves. Stop making excuses. Stop waiting for perfect conditions. You are the only one responsible for the outcome of your life. If you want something, go after it. If you're dissatisfied, change it. But above all, commit. Will you keep putting in partial effort and complaining about not seeing results? Or will you decide now to commit with everything you've got? Because success doesn't care what you want. It only respects what you work for. Commit to your goals as if your life depended on it. Because, in the end, it does. Time is passing, and the only thing that will take you to the top is your dedication. Be relentless, be committed, be victorious. I'll let you in on a secret. Have faith in God and put Him first. Before anything else, hear this. God has given you the strength you need to face any pain, any suffering. He didn't put you in this world to be weak, to give up, to live a life without purpose. He created you to be resilient, to fight, and to win. But do you know what's missing? You putting Him first. Because without faith, without believing that He's by your side, you will falter. The pain will crush you. When you have faith in God, when you understand that He's guiding your steps, pain doesn't break you. It shapes you. Suffering stops being an enemy and becomes a tool that God uses to prepare you for something greater. The pain you feel today will be the strength you'll have tomorrow. That strength comes from God. But here's the point. You need to believe, you need to trust, and you need to act. Do you know what no one wants to tell you? Pain is part of the plan. It's what tests your faith, your strength, and your determination. When you go through hard times, God isn't punishing you. He's teaching you. He's telling you, I made you strong enough to overcome this. The problem is that many people give up. They look at pain and think it's the end. But let me tell you something straight. Pain is not the end. It's the beginning. Every tear, every moment of suffering is bringing you closer to what God has planned for you. The only thing you need to do is keep going. Here's another truth. Suffering is temporary, but the strength it builds in you is eternal. God won't leave you in that place of pain forever, but He also won't take you out of there if you don't learn the lesson. Because suffering isn't there to destroy you, it's there to elevate you. Great victories require great sacrifices. God doesn't want you to settle for a mediocre life. He wants you to fight, to grow, to transform into someone capable of carrying the weight that comes with the greatest achievements. And that means you need to endure today's pain to reach tomorrow's glory. Do you know what it means to put God first? It means accepting that you're not alone. That even in the hardest moments, He's with you. He believes in you. But believing in God also means believing that He has already given you everything you need to win. He's already placed the strength inside you. Now it's your turn to use it. Don't complain about the pain. Don't run from the suffering. Face it all as part of God's plan to help you grow. Because when you accept pain and trust in God, the impossible becomes possible. So, what will it be? Will you keep complaining about the pain, wondering why things are hard? Or will you decide that from now on, you'll accept suffering as part of the process? God has already done His part. Now it's your turn. Accept the pain, trust in God, fight like never before. Because what awaits you on the other side of suffering is greater than you can imagine. Pain is temporary, but victory will be eternal.